5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Television now takes its place as a new American art and industry.
The Brittany Richardson Experience.
I was watching a video by Gregg Braden. I don't know if you've seen this guy.
Probably not.
He's a scientist. He's on Gaia a lot. And he was talking on one of his videos about the Indians down in the Southwest. I think they're in New Mexico, I'm pretty sure. But he was sharing the way that these Indians pray. And then he related this to quantum physics, which is why I got interested in this. They would go into a spot, and instead of like begging some deity, they don't beg or hope that something's going to happen. They stand there, close their eyes, and imagine that thing that they want as if it's happening right now. Not even in the future. What does it look like if it's happening to me right now? Like if they're praying for rain, they'll imagine rain coming down on them. They'll imagine their feet getting, sinking in the mud. And then they take those good feelings with them and move. They don't even hope it's going to happen. Like they just see it as already, I'm living in this. And they don't even think about it. The takeaway from that was that in quantum physics, they've been able to prove that these pockets of energy change. This matter changes depending on the observer's intent. It's like, what does that even mean, right? But seriously, like they prove that matter responds on a subatomic level depending on what your focus is on, which is phenomenal. It's like everything, and subatomic particles are in this desk, in this lamp, like in us. So It's like, what about matter actually is changing when we just have a different belief system?
A lot, because, everything's been tested to be like, your idea of something can change the way something tastes. Your mind has a lot to do with...
Maybe it's my onion problem.
That could be it. Yes and no. Because your stomach has a reaction
liking
to
onion.
It. Your mind and your stomach has totally different things. Like if you're allergic to something, you can't eat a peanut because you're thinking, I'm going to eat strawberries. The excitement of eating strawberries. You eat a peanut, your body's still going to break out to it. You're still going to have problems with it, and that's just problems with your stomach and onions.
That's a good point.
So that has nothing to do with it. But, if you're excited, even though you're getting something, let's say it's Christmas. Let's use Christmas as an example. You're getting something. Like, let's say you told me I'm getting the Stream Deck because it was on sale. We're out shopping. You told me I was going to get it. I have to wait until Christmas. The excitement of knowing that I got it, what if I would open the gift that I thought was it, and it wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That would have made me dislike the gift I just opened.
Because that goes back to like your expectations, setting your expectations on a certain thing, and then anything less just is disappointing.
Yeah. So even though you got it, but the excitement of getting something different isn't there because your mind is focused on the thing that that's going to give you happiness. Mm-hmm. So you're already putting your mind to that thing that's going to give you happiness, and then when you don't see it,
Do you think that's why people lower, like people just give up on setting resolutions and things like that so easily? It's like, because a number of people don't. They're like, I'm not even going to set goals because I'm probably just going to be disappointed again. Kind of glass half empty view of like, why try? Because my life's been so crappy.
I think those people, for one, need to sit down and have a talk with themselves. Because a lot of it, let's bring out, I'm going to keep bringing back to the workout stuff, and it's not I'm trying to push on anyone, it's because it's something I can truly relate to with the feelings and everything else. The beginning of the year, there wasn't a lot I could do to work out, because I was just getting off a bunch of cheat days, we were spending time with family, we're out in the truck, there wasn't a lot we could do for a New Year's situation. And then when we got done, we were still in the truck, it was freezing cold,
odd schedules.
You couldn't work out, it was like,
Truck
here we are.
food.
We're doing this. We're truck stop food, and it just goes on and on. It was like there's no motivation there. There's nothing exciting. You can't be like, I'm excited to go out in 20-degree weather and freeze my off because I'm over here running in the wind. And you're not gonna be excited to do that. You're going to be depressed because it's not sunny out. You're not doing this. Your expectations are too high. You need to lower them down to, I can start focusing on one part of you. So if it's like, hey, you know, I'm stuck inside. You know, you're stuck inside after New Year's. It's freezing cold outside. You're snowed in. What could you do there?
I was going to say that maybe that's the key too, is asking what can you do?
Yeah, it's
instead of what can't you do?
Yeah,
Because your mind always tries to answer when you ask yourself questions. Like if you say, why am I so stupid? That's the worst thing you could say, because then your mind subconsciously is going to try to come up with reasons you're stupid.
Yeah, and for the people at home, if you made it this far, or if this is cut out into a clip, people at home, I want you, if you are serious about starting to work out or starting to do something different or changing in a positive way, I want you to look around you, stop, think about what can you do at that moment. Like whenever I'm done, I want to have time for myself. I want to be able to work on some of my video projects. I want to be, what can I do in the time period once I leave this room? I can start dinner, and I can start planning out what I can do with the rest of my time. Or if I know I'm not going to have time, why stress about the situations I can't control? Start working on things that you can control. So what I want you to do is I want you to, when you're done with whatever you're doing, if it's workout stuff, look at the things you can do. Like even doing sit-ups from time to time. If you're laying on your bed listening to a podcast.
I was going to say prison motivated me for that. I wasn't in prison, but
don't steal my lines. But they look at the stuff.
They'll get on the back of a bed and like build their biceps up. Just
and there's so many things that you can do. I mean, if you ever sat there and like raised your arms up and holding like a pair of shoes, you know, hold your arms straight up like a plane, hold a pair of shoes at each side, count as long as you could do it for. That's all I want you to do for a day. The next day, don't do it. Next day, I want you to lay down on your bed. And if you don't have a bed, lay down on the floor. Throw your legs up above like an L shape, a 90-degree angle. Sit like that. Get into like the L form. Your back's on the ground. Your legs are straight up in the air. Bring them down slightly and back up. You're going to feel your abs burning. You're going to feel your leg burning. See how long you could do that for. Don't count how many you could do. See how long you could do it for. That's another unmotivator too. When people are sore, when they realize they can't do as many, don't look at that. Think about the time you're spending on it. Try to beat your time. You know, don't. And that's a big thing. Don't look at what you could be doing. Look at what you can do. Look at how you can grow from that.
That's really good.
When I'm going my runs, I don't look at the distance I'm making. I look at the time it's taking me to go from there to there. And if it's longer one day, then I stop to go, okay, what did I change? Because I found out if I don't eat enough carbs, I am a slowpoke. I just do not run fast. And even then, I stop halfway. I'm
and I'm like the opposite. If I eat carbs, I crash. So it's just like your body. But it's like,
what do you do to change it? What do you do? Like,
so what I did, looking at what I could do, was the intermittent fasting. I found out after the 12-hour mark, or I start to go into keto. So my body produces ketones, and then it produces its own glucose by burning the fat. So for me, that's very easy. For others, it isn't. But if I can get to that point and kind of time it like 12 hours, like we eat dinner early evening, go to sleep. By the time we're getting up, it's already been 12 hours. We go on a walk. I've got all the energy I need. And my body's like a burning machine, like ready to go at it, you know?
What could you do about it? Like how could you change the outcome for tomorrow? And you're not thinking super far ahead. You're not trying to plan a whole entire day. You're just thinking at that time, what can I do about this? You didn't go, why can't I make this work? Or why can't I run this fast? Why ain't I going this fast? Why is it I ate this and why am I not doing it? No, that's a bad approach to do it, because then you're asking yourself the question on, why can't I do the things I want to do? And that's going to send you into a rolling depression that is just going to hit you all day. And it's going to affect you in the littlest ways possible. But it's just switching the wording around from what can I do right now. And I have to tell Brittany this all the time because she gets stressed out about every little thing under the sun. And I have to say, what can you do about this right now?
People hear about it.
What can we do right now?
I rant and rave.
Trust me, I know. I try to keep you on track as best as possible, but I will say if there's anything if I can tell you that help you out with your New Year's resolutions, never give up. And this is a really good idea, and this has actually been something that I've been following. Everyone that I've seen that is posting their workouts, anyone that is overweight or maybe just want to get into better shape, they have been posting on social media the little bits of work every day.
I've seen some with the really big, like men or women doing it, and they'll be walking a few steps. Maybe the only thing they can do is walk down 4 steps and back up, huffing and puffing. They'll be confidently filming it and going, I did it.
And even some of them,
and that's so inspiring.
Yeah,
like to see that.
Some of them are just not confident. They're just like, I'm just trying. I'm trying to find something to keep me motivated and doing it. That could work because every one of those comment sections, every one that I followed, every one that you get comments on, they're always saying, you got this, you can do this, and all this. It's motivating. When you see that one person that goes, oh, you fat ass, you can't do this, remove them, because if you don't, Facebook's going to do it, because I've seen how quick it happens when one person does that. Especially if you have a bunch of people supporting you, family, whatever, everyone reports that account. Everyone gets that person banned immediately, because having those people surrounding you is not worth it. And surround yourself with positivity. It's not easy to do, but finding little things like a Minecraft server or, a Discord group of people who are trying to get into shape themselves. I'm not saying start a relationship with people, but, just if you need motivation, do that as well.
And get rid of negative people in your life.
Get rid of the negativity.
If somebody's really going to be
positives,
like kicking you down every time you have a success or take a positive step, do you need them in your life? Like, seriously.
Yeah. Actually, I'm curious. I need to find a hashtag real quick. And I'm even going to bring this up on my podcast. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Finally. Oh my God. It took so long for me to find one hashtag that's not made. And this is really self-promoting here, but if you use the Skull Hunter, or if you use the hashtag Skull Hunter Workout, and we could find better names for it in the future, but if you use the hashtag Skull Hunter Workout, I will check daily. If you use that, and I don't get nothing, it's a hashtag. I don't get nothing from this, but if you use it, I can already tell you this. You're going to have one person always supporting you. Like, seeing the results people make and then seeing the support that goes behind it, long ways. I ignored my family for 3 months while in the middle of the workout just because I didn't want the negativity, because I know we're all family. We all will be like, oh, you're packing on a few. I was so scared of it. And then we went down because my dad had a heart attack. And I went down, and they just filled me with compliments. They were like, oh my God, you look so good, and all this stuff. And it was so nice to hear, and it just motivated me more to continue going further. And I didn't even hit close to my goal weight. I was still 260 when we went down there. So knowing I was 260 and they were still saying about how skinny I looked, and I didn't talk about much. I just said, yeah, I've been on a diet. And that's really it. And they just filled me with confidence. So it was great. But really find stuff to motivate you. Use the tag, hashtag Skull Hunter Workout.
Yes. And he'll pass them on to me as well. So if you guys want to do that, he's going to be showing me those videos or those photos that you guys take.
No dick pics. Don't do that.
Yeah, no dick pics. Unless your name is Dick, then take a selfie.
Dick, take a selfie. Yeah, and if you want, just draw a little wiener. Just sit there. They draw hot dogs on their photos.
Yeah, what's that emoji thing that?
They just put eggplants on them. Just the words I told you.